Well, hey there, my soul friends. Come on. You know what time it is, don't you? It's the new moon in Aquarius happening on January 29th at 4:36 a.m. Pacific time. So come and join me to find out what transformational opportunities will be offered during this new moon. Very potent new moon in Aquarius. And there's a lot to talk about. So come on in, get yourself something to drink, get yourself cozy, and take this time for you. This is an offering from my soul to yours to meet you right where you are in our collective unfolding of transformation and navigating what is to what is possible. So thanks for being with me. Let's jump right in. Okay. This is, how I look at this is, I'm a soul guide, a transformational hypnotherapist. So when I look at the symbolic language of astrology, it offers it's like the transformational weather. Okay. Like, what might we be expecting, and how best can we lean in to work with what is to help cultivate what's possible within us and the collective? How does that sound to you? We can say it's the astrological weather, but mostly I'm all about transformation, and I'm all about supporting you right where you are in shedding, releasing, and receiving and reclaiming what is yours to bring into the world. This is very much new moon in Aquarius, all about authenticity, all about, we're in a cycle, a transformational cycle, a chaotic transformational cycle. Have you noticed? I'm not sure you have. Yes, you have. Of course you have. So let me pause for a moment and just ask, how are you doing? These videos, I offer you a space for you to really just tune in, put your hand on your heart, catch your breath, and hopefully something I offer really lands in your heart and gives you some inspiration, some hope, and an invitation to step forward with your unique and beautiful gifts. And I'm still talking about the new moon in Aquarius, so I'm just weaving it into what it feels like. I also want to say happy birthday, happy solar return to my Aquarius soul friends out there. I love you. I have Aquarius in my first house, but I love you, my quirky, eccentric, visionary, thinking outside of the box, unpredictable, unreliable sometimes. That's because you're called to whatever you're called to. So happy season. I say don't celebrate your birthday or even a month, celebrate your season. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of the qualities, the archetypal expressions of Aquarius. So Aquarian friends, if I missed something, let me know, or let me know what you most relate to, and also let me know when your birth date is, because I'd like to personally wish you a happy personal new year. Okay, so here we are, first new moon of 2025, and this is the first new moon in Aquarius in our lifetimes that is connected to Pluto, because Pluto is now in Aquarius, will be for the next 20 years. So this new moon really gives us we're putting our toe in the water, maybe more than a toe, maybe a whole leg. Maybe I don't know, but we're feeling the transformational waters we're going to be swimming in for the next 20 years. Because Pluto is now in Aquarius for 20 years. And this new moon, which if you don't know, new moon is when the sun in Aquarius, we're in Aquarius season, conjuncts the moon also in Aquarius. And they're conjunct. They're hugging it out in the sky. And when they come together, it's like joining the potential of both. The potential. Sun is our vitality, where our energy is, and some say ego, and it's also connected to the masculine, and the moon is intuition, our feeling feeling nature. It's connected to the feminine, and it's like joining forces for this moment. New moons are about the new beginning. It's the part of the lunation cycle where we get the blank slate ahead of us. Like, okay, I love new moons because we get to pause and say, where am I? What's happening? And what do I want to intend? What intentions do I want to set? What new ways of being do I want to practice in? right? All of that. And this new moon is really, it's shedding the old and embracing new, futuristic, eccentric, innovative ways of being. Okay. So I'll get more into the chart in just a moment, but let me talk about the qualities of I almost said Sag, because I'm recording this when the moon is in Sag, which I love. And how many of you track the lunation cycle, or how many of you track where's the moon? Every day the moon is in a sign, and it stays there for about 2.5 days. And if you're new to the symbolic language of astrology and you want to become a soul tracker, that's what I call when we're looking at life from a soul perspective. We are human, we are souls having a human experience. So soul tracking, or I also say soul gazing, where we get to look with the sacred view of this unfolding in the human experience. And when it feels hard and challenging and chaotic and stressful and overwhelming and all those things, anybody, or is that just me? No, it's not me right now. Actually, I'm doing really well. But I do feel one of my giftings, I think, is I can feel the collective temperature. It's like, ooh, it's pretty spicy out there, or there's a lot going on. And this week, as I'm recording this, for the new moon on the 29th, this is the 24th, and it's been a spicy week. It's been an intense week. There's been, conjunction from Sun and Pluto conjuncting, and so yeah, anybody feeling that intensity, right? So the new moon brings us to a reset, a reclaim, a re-envision. Okay, so let me know if anything I say connects with you, or if you have any questions. Happy to answer those. All right, so what are the qualities of the quirky Aquarians? I love you guys, truly I do. I really relate, because I have Saturn and Aquarius in my first house, okay? So you're the visionaries, intellectual, I said quirky already, nonconformist, unconventional, I said already unpredictable. You like to, it's like being in a box is not going to work for you. Aquarians, depending, I'm talking about, sun, moon, rising, but you can have, and I was like, should I bring this into my transformational channel? Yes, I will, because I think I'm going to do a separate video about how I view the transformational unfolding for the U.S. government. Dare I go there? I think I must, because I'm feeling called. But anyway, on topic, currently the President of the United States is very Uranian because he has his sun conjunct Uranus. Yeah, so a lot of these qualities I'm talking about, we can see in this person. But I do want to say, on a side note, I'm going to do it in a separate video, I feel like I'm like, how are people so drawn to him? I don't get it, but I do get it from an astrological point of view, because we are at a time where we know we need to transform. We know we need to, especially in the U.S. government, like it has to be deconstructed, reconstructed. I personally, and I might get some pushback on this, but look, I'm being called, and I hope and I believe many of you are, to find your authentic voice and to speak up when you're called to speak up. I don't think he's who you think he is for those who are supporting him. I don't. There's too many missing ingredients for him to be the breakthrough person. Yep, he'll take us through some breakdowns. That Uranian energy that he comes with, I always think of his energy, and I think of Uranian energy as like the, what is it? Oh gosh, I can't think of the name. It was like from a really, really old cartoon that I'm aging myself. But the devil, oh gosh, somebody help me. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's just like this swirling, chaotic energy. That's what I feel into when I feel into that person. And yeah, where is that helpful? It could be helpful, but it's going to be more deconstruction before we come together in the Aquarian way towards serving humanity from a really futuristic, arms around all inclusive way. So that's because that's Aquarian energy. And so I'm speaking of the new moon in Aquarian, but I'm also speaking about how it's highlighting the next 20 years. Okay. Stay with me. Does that make sense? Let me know. So yeah, the Aquarians and Aquarius, the archetypal expression of Aquarius is about freedom and liberation, humanitarian support, and all about future and innovative ideas. So all good things, right? Then we have what we like to talk about is the shadow side. We all have a shadow in our being, and our shadow of our sign, and the shadow of Aquarius can be, a little detached, a little cold, a little like not seeming to be connected empathetically, and here's the big one. They can be stubborn and they believe they know what's right. And there's no budging. No budging. So, and that unpredictable, I think unpredictable can be good, but it could also be, the shadow. It could be, challenging if you have an Aquarius friend and you have plans and suddenly they're doing something different and they forgot to tell you, or just, changes things. So that I do believe we're going to see a lot of unpredictability, a lot of, I was thinking on my bike ride today, kind of constant, quick plot twists, and this is what this new moon is kind of offering us as transformational qualities. How can we lean into what is? Where can we try on the qualities of Aquarius? Now, remember, we all have every sign in our chart. Some people have this more prominent, their Aquarius sun or moon or rising, or a sun conjunct Aquarius. So, or sun in the 11th house, I would say that too, or North Node in Aquarius. So those are more signatures of more Aquarius like ways of being. But somewhere in your chart, you have Aquarius. And as a matter of fact, this is what I want to talk about next, is that this moon is at 9 degrees of Aquarius. So that's where you're going to look at in your natal chart. Where is 9 degrees of Aquarius? That is the house you're invited to a shedding and a rebirth, to new potential, new possibilities, to redos, right? So here's something really interesting about this new moon. You ready? I found this interesting anyway. I don't know. I think about astrology as a symbolic language that we interpret as a story unfolding. We look for the themes. We get curious about how does this relate to my life? And we also look at the synchronicity, or we're validated in, oh gosh, I am having that experience, or I did notice that, or I do feel that, okay? So this is the 4th of 5 new moons in a row that are at 9 degrees. 9 degrees. This caught my ear. I'm not really into numerology a lot, but I do like some of the references to, what does the number mean, right? We are collectively in a 9-year, okay? 2025. You condense that to the number 9. 9 in numerology is all about completion, endings. It's growth and transformation, but it's like completing something. So we have one more new moon, which is in February, all in the degree of 9 degrees. I just found that so interesting. Like, where are we being invited to a new beginning individually and collectively? And what in the collective and in our lives, old ways are dying, so new ways can be rebirthed in. More innovative, more transformational, more ways to serve humanity. And we are also, because we are the microcosm of the macrocosm, right? Being invited to do this in our own inner worlds, the big inner remodel, shedding what is not authentic, what is not serving humanity, what is connected to old conditioning, what's blocking your authentic soul expression, right? And I think this is important, because do you know any Aquarians? Have you ever maybe had an Aquarian employee? or a partner or a friend, you can't tell them what to do. Okay. Have you tried? And that's something that could be helpful for us to, and I'm thinking of it like this: activating your own inner authority. I think this is more important than ever, because there's a lot of noise out there of what should happen and who's right, who's wrong. We need to become our own inner authority. And this is Aquarian. Our own inner authority for what's best for our bodies, our being, how we care about the world. And to be, there's a lot of things I see witnessing right now that break my empath heart. I grieved, I'm not going to lie, I grieved for a while after the election results. Not for myself. I grieved for all who will be harmed by this administration. How could you not? How could you not feel into that? And so we need to take personal responsibility, become our own authorities, and yet not like I'm going to do this just for me. It is to serve humanity. That is the key thing that is missed. Yes, things need to be changed, but is it changed towards serving humanity? Not a few people, but all. Okay? Am I on a soapbox? Let me know. I don't care. I really don't today. I am feeling into Aquarian energy. This is what it looks like. And hopefully you get, it's quirky. It can be all over the place. It's eccentric, and it's visionary, futuristic, looking forward in ways that, we haven't thought about. We haven't thought about the new path forward, but this is time to initiate a new path forward for yourself, to reclaim your soul essence, to shed what isn't working, and to stand up, be willing to be your authentic, vulnerable self. I do try to do that here. I try to model that here. I try to practice it with the hope that, anybody out there, I invite you to your own stumbling and falling in authenticity and vulnerability. That's how we learn. We practice, right? Okay. The other key thing here, really, really important, we have a lot of big shifts in 2025. The North Node is now in Pisces. And I can't remember the date. Was it the 19th? Somewhere. It just happened. And the North and South Node shift signs every 18 months. I did say in a previous video, and I want to, correct, I was aware after I recorded, after I sent it out, I don't edit. It's my thing, because we don't edit in real life. We do our best. We bring our best. If we make mistakes, we acknowledge them, and then we do better next time. Right? I think that's part of authenticity, Yeah, I admit I made a mistake, and I just went, oh man, oh well, I'm learning and growing. So I really want to invite you to that, especially with a new moon. It's about, what do you want to practice in, and give yourself grace. You're learning and growing, and you get to learn and grow with Aquarian kind of archetypal expressions. Where can you embrace that real eccentric, quirky way of being? Try putting on some crazy clothes that you feel like you want to wear and don't care what anybody thinks. Can you try that? Can you try getting out of your box of everyday rut and just don't even turn that box upside down. I've done workshops where I have people, it's a little technique I do. Do I want to tell it? Yeah, I will. I get little boxes, and then I have them write all their limitations on the box, and then I have them turn the box upside down and stomp that box, break it up so you're no longer stuck in a box, right? That's what this new moon is about. Where are you stuck in a box? Where are you stuck in a way of being that's not true to your soul essence? Where you've denied yourself, suppressed yourself. No more. Get out of the box. Stomp on that box, okay? Stomp on those limitations. Okay. So North Node in Pisces echoes the theme of enlightenment, dissolving fears and choices based on fears, and vision for higher possibilities for the collective. This is the beautiful thing about the symbolic language of astrology. You see, when you look at the story of the chart of the, the moment in time captured, you look for the themes that are calling to us. So this theme of, the North Node moved from Aries to Pisces, moving out of, just individual to the collective, the oneness, and bringing, however you connect to the divine, this is a time to question, what do you believe? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in a higher power? Do you believe in the universe? Do you believe that there's something unfolding this experience we're in? And for those of you who say no, I always say, well, I got this from Marianne Williamson. I'm going to give credit. I love, it's important to give credit where you hear things, right? She said a long time ago, I went to many of her lectures back in the day at Agape, and she said, did you get up this morning and make sure the sun was going to rise? Oh, you didn't? Did you have to make sure that it was setting in the evening? Oh, you didn't, right? She was speaking to letting go of control and that there's something else handling those things. That's what North Node in Pisces invites us to recognize our oneness and that there's something unfolding. It's the great mystery unfolding. And to, yes, dissolve all of our inner criticism and our judgment of self and others, okay? So a few more aspects, and then I want to just look at the chart fresh again and see if anything else pops out. I wish I was live so I could ask what questions you have, but put them in the comments. Let me know where you're viewing from. And also, I'm always open to suggestions for future videos. Okay, so I already mentioned Pluto's in Aquarius. We have Jupiter in a trine with Aquarius. Jupiter's in Gemini. And so Jupiter expands. I'm going to need to look at the chart because I just made some notes of, I don't understand. I got to look at the chart. What was I talking about? I will say the other thing about Aquarius is this, they're quirky, but that's not the word. It's contradictory, contrarians. That's the word, because there's a sense for it being individual. I want to be my own person. I want to do my own thing, but I also care about community. And then there's also a thing about Aquarian energy of wanting to belong, but not wanting to be part of a group that, it's really quirky. It's hard to explain. I know this myself. It's like, I love people, and yet I also don't, because it's about conformity. They don't want to conform. They want to be their own people. They want to be seen in their own unique light, which all of us do. I think that mostly we're conditioned to not be that way. Okay. If you were in an elementary school and look at all the unique expressions of that rich, potent potential, right? And then the unique way of being begins to get conformed, conditioned, and shoved down because we all have the need of fitting in and belonging, right? But this Aquarian new moon invites us to belong to our soul and to honor that uniqueness and trust that just as there are many different flowers, that your unique expression of soul is needed in the garden of life. I don't know what that means, but hey, it sounds kind of cool. It is. When I get these weird, I guess I get an image first, and then what does it mean? It is like, don't deny your unique beauty. It's needed in the garden of life, right? And if you hold back, it's missing. Another thing I used to teach in my workshops, talking about the need for your unique soul expression, is I would have like a big kids puzzle, and I would give everyone a puzzle piece to put the puzzle together, but I would hold one back. And I'd say, okay, so what's the vision look like? You've put your puzzle piece in, you've put your puzzle piece in, but there's a big gaping hole of someone's puzzle piece that's not there. And then we don't get to see the potential of our collective humanity unfolding in a powerful way. So the symbology here is your puzzle piece is needed, but first you need to be clear and reclaim. It's okay to be you. It's safe to be you. Your uniqueness matters. You matter. Your piece of the puzzle is needed. Where do you need to plug that in, right? Okay, I'm going to look at the chart and we will wrap it up because I want to keep these short. And just echoing that this is a doorway of new possibilities, a rebirthing time. And rebirthing times are really rich times, again, to get clear, get honest, get real. That's really Aquarius energy too. So we have Sun, Moon, Mercury in Aquarius as well as Pluto. So we're thinking a lot more about transformation. We're thinking about the ways we've played we've been in a limited way where we are afraid to be too much of ourselves. We get to just let that go. And I invite you to set an intention to be fully yourself. What does that look like? What would be different? Empowered in your unique way of being. What would you be saying that's differently? What groups would you join? What would you be doing? One of the things I've been talking a lot about is, we, for such a time as this, we need to put our compassion in action more and more. So wherever you feel like, oh my God, I can't believe that's happening, ask what you have uniquely to contribute. Is there a group you can join? Is there a group you can start? Are there letters to write? What's calling you to bring your unique puzzle piece towards the puzzle of the vision you hold for humanity? Okay? So, and there's a lot of sensitivity right now. We've got, a lot of water. We've got Venus in Pisces. We've got Mars in Cancer. And we have Saturn in Pisces. And we also have Neptune in Pisces and the North Node in Pisces. So this is a time, I think I've been talking about this for a while, but it's really alive right now, calling to all of us right now. In fact, I just got out of my women's dream group that I've been holding space for I think 5 years now. I love it. We always talk about how as we do our individual dream work, we're contributing to the collective. Well, all of us are being called to dream a new dream, not just in paying attention to your nightly dreams, but visioning for a new dream. I think I just did a video on this. I did. Go watch the video. I think it's titled How Disappointment is Helpful. It's all about visioning. It might not have been titled correctly, but I'm trying new things to see what resonates most with people. I know a lot are disappointed. That video is really about visioning, and it's a lot of my tips of visioning. So go back and watch that and comment. But because we have the North Node in Pisces connected to destiny, our collective destiny, our individual destiny, conjunct Neptune right now, yes, you're going to have more nightly dreams right now. Why? Because everything is purposeful in astrology and unfolding. And this is a call for all of us to honor our sacred night dreams, to, not set intention, but to incubate dreams. Ask, what is my unique contribution at this time on the planet? Write that down, put it in your pillowcase. Say, I'll remember my dreams, and then write your dreams down and look through the lens of your question. So say that question, what is my unique contribution to the unfolding of humanity? And notice your dreams. I believe we're all getting, our souls are being called more than ever right now to expand in our soul wisdom and to empower that more than you empower your human experience, which is based on limitations and fear. So all of this, and there's Venus is there and Saturn is there. So it's do that personal responsibility work to call in a new vision. What's not working in the collective, dream a new dream or vision a new vision, right? What could be better? What could be different? This is all Aquarius energy. We don't just stand by and watch this unfolding. We ask, how can I engage and offer something towards the higher good for all? Okay. A couple more things and I'm going to say peace out, which is all that's the phrase I'm saying to everyone right now, because there are no words for some things. I mean, think about all going on in the world. When you're an empath, and to my empaths, I speak to you, tell me if you relate. Chaotic times can find us drained and tired more than ever because we truly have an impulse to be of service to help. But there's so much going on that it's like overwhelming, right? So ask every morning, set an intention where what I have to offer is needed, and let that be sufficient. Okay? I know, I feel like that was for someone. Was it you? Okay, let me know. So also, you know, we could be a little confused right now. That Neptune, it's like a little fuzzy, a little cloudy, but it's because something new wants to emerge soon, right? Through us, as us, for the world. And then we've got Saturn conjunct Venus, which is, that can be about our relationships, like looking with more practical ways of improving our relationships, practical with money, taking responsibility for our self-worth and what we have to offer. And also, being mindful of your energy. I don't know. I just feel like that's there as well. So Pluto is now conjunct Mercury. You're going to, these dreams may be a little bit more intense, or your visualizations could be a little bit more shadowy because Mercury is going to bring to awareness what we really need to look at. And also there may be some intensity. I know that we just moved through a week of that Pluto Sun, and there were some power struggles. Maybe anybody have some intensity. I know that I did. I'm laughing, but yeah, I got into a big power struggle with my husband. Was it yesterday? And I was just like, I was practicing that energy that I've suppressed for so long. And he knows this. I tell him, I shut down anger for so long. I need to practice it. I shut down my voice for so long. It needs space. And he knows when I'm like, I'm practicing this new energy that I just suppressed for so long. I feel like all of us are called to that, to practice the things you've suppressed, and especially the things you've judged in others. This is shadow work, right? If you don't like anger, if you don't like how people are too much, too powerful, to talk too much, whatever, practice letting yourself be that. Let your partner know, let your friends know, I'm practicing a way of being that's new. I may fumble, I may say things that, may seem shocking, but if you don't practice, you don't get to individuate. It's what Jung's word was for moving into your wholeness, reclaiming all those aspects of you. For all of you is needed right now on the planet. Your puzzle piece needs to be put in. You got me? Okay. I think that's all I have. I might do another short one if I forgot something, just to recap, because I know you guys like those short videos too. Little recap, top of the trees. But this is the longer version, and I just see you, and I want to empower you to really let your freak flag fly. Take off your I feel like, okay, I just have this image of like a falcon with the thing on their head. Take that off so you could see all around you, all the perspective, anything blocking your, if you're just here, you want to see all of you, all of the world, and to feel into where your unique and beautiful contribution is needed. You are needed. Your quirkiness is needed. Your thinking outside of the box ideas are needed. Your visionary ideas are needed. Your love is needed. So I send my love to you, and may you receive all you need to be, all you are meant to be in the world, to contribute all you are meant to contribute. Oh, that makes me want to cry. I love you all. Thanks for being with me. Oh, it's good to feel, isn't it? And let yourself feel your feelings. Cry if you need to. Cleanse that soul, and then vision for what's next. All right. Peace be with you. See you next time. Thanks.